Can you hear me now?
It'll be cool. It'll be cool. Something different. And I'll tell you, I've been to almost every state in the country. And I've never been to Nevada, so.
Anyone that ain't heard it on my side because the audio was messed up, the announcement was my car, Pandora, will be SEMA in 2026 with Metal Art Customs and Intellitronics. That is the announcement. And sorry for the audio. That was a microphone that I thought was working that obviously was not working. So, forgive me.
It happens. Believe me, it happens. The other day, I videoed.
Thanks, Willie, for letting me know you can't hear.
I videoed half a day out there explaining all kinds of stuff. I go to upload it and there was no audio. My GoPro was locked up.
So, one thing I will say, as far as going forward from here, I've built a lot of cars in the past.
That my first time.
I think you might have. This was your first paint job.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Pro right out the gate, guys. I got here. He was coloring with crayons, and I said, "Hey, you got to try a paint gun." So anyway, so I've done some cars in the past, and they've turned out pretty good. I could have finished this car on my own, but this car was a dream of mine. This was 30 years of chasing a car, and I finally got it. And I was all set to do the body work on it, and then I found the roof structure damage that was on it. I'm like, ooh, we gotta, I know my limit. I know when I should not be messing with anything, and that was it.
That roof was a challenge.
Yeah, that was definitely way out of my wheelhouse. So I brought it down here, dropped it off, and we sat here and talked, and I told him the story of this car and everything else.
He actually brought the car. Now get this, everybody. He brought the car to me to repair the rust on the roof. He brought the car on my, what was that? Grand opening, I guess, of the new building. I had a car show, and he brought it the same day. By the end of the car show, he decided to have me do the whole car. He got on Marketplace and found a hood. Where was that? Xenia? Something like that?
So it was an hour and a half away.
He got in his truck and drove down, got a hood, and brought it back. And still made it for the end of the car show.
Yeah. So anyway,
And then it was just, it was gonna go with that ugly green.
hey, you know what? I still like that green. Okay. That what was that? Paint code 923, I think it was. It was meadow or whatever. It's like a sage green. I really do like that green still. But this obviously way better choice.
Well, just like all the jobs I do, I do whatever my clients tell me to do. If they tell me to leave the trim on,
you leave the trim.
I'm catching some slack over that. I even had a guy leave a comment last night, no thanks, I'll do my own. You leave the trim on. Well, I do whatever my client says, so.
There's a bus.
As this car went through the process, things escalated and changed and.
Oh, it changed. It changed plenty of times. I think you were afraid to answer the phone half the time when I called.
Text message, Adam, Uh-oh. What are we doing now? Camaro bumpers. Yeah.
No, you're not putting a pin on it. Okay.
It has been a long journey, an enjoyable one.
Yeah. But as I was saying, but as I was getting at, there was a lot of, but my decision to have it done here was because walking in here, seeing the cars that were at his show, seeing the quality that they were done to, what I had seen on his channel from the 2 years prior that I had been watching them.
Do you remember where we met?
Chris.
Yep.
Busted
Busted Radio Garage.
Busted Radio. And he probably thought I was blowing smoke. So, anyway, so that's when I decided, you know what, I've chased this car long enough. I want it absolutely perfect. And I wanted it better than I could do it. And like I said, I probably could have gotten it to this level, but it would took me 10 years.
A lot of people try to do it, and I'm not knocking anybody. A lot of people try to make show cars on their own, and they lose either interest or funding or the drive. Look at the Blue Mule.
Yeah.
I mean, I wrecked that thing in 1987. It took me till 4 years ago to get it back on the road. I'd do so much to it, and I changed my mind. Well, I want to do this instead with it. So that had started over. I'd get going real good and then stop because life.
What's up, Craig?
Life happens.
Well, and see, that's the thing is, you know, like I said, I could have honed my skills and got it to that point. But man, we're talking 10 years. I've done that before. I've had projects that have gone out past 5 years. And it gets very, very hard to keep going. Now, the other thing you gotta ask yourself, sheet metal's cheap. You can mess sheet metal up and it's cheap.
Yeah.
You mess a paint job up, cheap paint is expensive.
Cheap paint is $2,000 anymore.
Right. So, really, yeah. One, I got it done quick. I got the result I wanted. Well, actually, I didn't even get the result I wanted. It far exceeded what I agreed with management. I mean, people say, oh, you'll never drive this car, you'll never drive this car. I'll tell you right now, for the first year, this car is going to be very well kept, very well just like it's a glass baby until November. Next year, guys, I built this car to drive. This is not going to be a trailer point. This car will be driven. Everything on this car, except for the induction system, which is easy to change, is been designed around parts that can be bought at the parts store. There is nothing so custom and so off on this car, drivetrain wise, that I can't break down anywhere and go to AutoZone and get the parts.
Except for the intake.
Except for the intake. But that being said, it take me, I'm getting really, really good at that intake.
It's got to come off again,
Gotta come
guys.
off again. The engine's coming back apart. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
I can change that intake out in about a month.
That being said, if you're, say, in Tennessee at Street Rod National South, and you have issues with your fuel system, you can pop that intake off there, run to the local wrecking yard, grab an intake, throw it on there, and be on the road.
Or, if I just plan on driving somewhere and I plan on doing a road trip, I'll just throw an extra intake in with my luggage, and I got one there. Holly, all I gotta do is change my parameters and it'll self-learn.
Yeah.
I don't have to retune the whole car.
Right.
I leave certain things in, and it'll self-learn, and it'll be fine for now.
And then you can fine tune it.
Right. So that's what's nice about the Terminator system I got going on there. It is going to be driven into SEMA. I tell you what, there is one thing I have learned from talking to people. There is a lot of cars there that don't even have axles in them.
Yep.
They got axles, but they don't have differentials. They don't have drive shafts. Some of them have the windows so tinted black you can't even see inside because there's no interior. This car is different. This car is going to be a running, driving car. It's going to be 100% operational.
And with it being in the Intellitronics,
No Bluetooth drive shafts.
the interior is going to be completed.
Yes.
I don't know a whole lot about SEMA. Don't think I do, because I don't. I've talked to JG a few times about it, and a couple other people. 99% of the vehicles that go there are far from complete. They'll bomb cam their windows so you can't see inside, that there's no interior.
Pandora is the name of the car. Because she fought us.
No, Vic, you're wrong. We're picking it up with one of them little Chinese excavators and carrying it in.
So it's cool. I don't know. I'm still like, I've known for a while that when this car left, I was 90% sure
A nickel pony?
that we were going. And as of a few weeks ago, I had 100% confirmation. So
Adam told me, what, a year ago, that
this was a possibility.
Yeah, that this was a possibility. And I'm like, okay, yeah, right. I ain't going to SEMA. That's for the big boys. That's for people with names. Not for me. Which you guys can see on my channel. I show everything, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. I show everything.
Olivia. It's, yeah.
So you guys see.
Just some, I mean, I don't know. I say just some nobodies from Ohio.
Yeah.
Small town Ohio.
Yeah.
You know,
People that stay off to the side.
yeah. Well, at least you're not like Rusty hiding behind the comments. For Jamie. That's live.
Well, see, now that they force you to do the vertical to get monetized,
Thanks, Duke.
it
You're right.
changes it.
But when I say we're no-name guys, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, they don't know who we are, but they're gonna know who we are. You know?
Well, I appreciate
Not
that, dude.
so much who pays the entrance fee. I mean, you gotta belong to the organization to be in, and then you gotta fill the paperwork out, and you gotta show proof.
Just like JG said, this is not buy your way in.
No.
This is invitation only. And it's like, they're inviting us, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you can pay $30,000 for a spot, but you still have to submit your car. It still has to go through the approval process.
And you have to have the right sponsor that's gonna be on that vehicle.
Right. Or you have to be a builder that belongs to the organization itself. So you have to belong to the organization, and then you have to get your car submitted, then you have to pay that fee. This company that is sponsoring us is gonna use our car, use the car to show off their product, and in return, it's costing them a lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot of money just to get it down there for the spot. I've seen the fees. I know what it is. yeah, it's not buy your way in. It's definitely not buy your way in.
Rusty's. Well, you have to get a hold of them.
I keep telling Vic he needs to talk to Free All. Maybe they'll sponsor. So yeah, and I mean, I guess people could think that, yeah, it's for anybody that can buy their way in. It's really not buy your way in.
I'll tell you, I am not one to do sponsorship. I think it'd be great if somebody wants to sponsor me. Hey, that's awesome. But I cannot word it correctly. I can't come up with the right wording, I guess, to get sponsorship. That's tough. It's tough to get somebody to help you along your project. Just like sanding blocks, you know. I can't even get sponsorship on that stuff. I don't understand it because I love telling, okay, like my Hutchins file board. It's nice. It does a nice job. But I tell it like it is. I don't like how it's orbital. I don't have the control of it. I go down to Harbor Freight and I bought that Bauer airline inline file. I love that thing. I tell what my real thoughts are on all products. Not just tools, the paint products, primer, sandpaper, masks. You can go to a paint store and spend $300 on a paint mask, or you can go to Harbor Freight and get the exact same mask for 39 bucks with a box of replaceable filters.
Right. And the other thing is, like, so I do have sponsors on the channel, and I will say one thing: nobody has given me something for free. None of that stuff is free.
Yeah, you can't look for free.
When I approach these guys and we start talking, I tell them, hey, I'm not looking for a handout. Just give me a discount. I'm good with the discount, And some of the stuff, if I do a video and I have an issue with their product, I'm not going to jump out and say, well, I don't like it because of this. I'm going to call them first. I'm going to make sure it's not user error.
Yeah.
And I do let them know, hey, if your stuff's garbage, I'm going to let them know.
Just
I'm
like
going to
that.
tell them, but I will talk to you before I release a video like that to make sure it's not me that's causing the issue.
Yeah. Just like me with that plasma that I got. They sent it to me to review, and I reviewed it, and it did absolutely wonderful. The next time I went to use it, it would not work. So I emailed them. They come back, what's the issue? Send us a video of what it's doing. I did all that and never heard back from them. Somebody asked me in my live chat one night how it's holding up, how I liked it. And since they refused to reply to me, I told them, it worked great the first time. The next time I went to use it, nothing. And then they wanted me to do a welder, and I didn't. Not interested.
Right. Yeah, I remember that.
And Practical Joker on TV. Now, I don't have cable TV. I don't know.
So, that being said, now, I do have a large push that I have to do to get things done. I'm bringing, this is particularly, just mainly for my channel. I'm bringing in two friends of mine, Chuck and Keith. They're coming in to help me push this car across the line. Chuck is very knowledgeable, mechanically an absolute wizard. Keith is just a good all-around, really knows what he's doing on just about everything. Chuck's really gonna help out when it comes to the wiring. My wiring skills are not very good. So we're gonna tie it up. And the nice thing about these guys joining in, and it's gonna help us down the road, is these two guys have already been to SEMA. They've already been there.
Yeah,
They
we're
were
gonna
there
be
last year.
we're gonna be hanging on their shirt tails, show us
Right.
what to do.
They won at it blind. They know what it's like to walk into it blind. We don't have to do that. So
Yeah.
it's good, and they're gonna be down there with us. You guys are gonna see them on my channel. We're gonna introduce them, and the other thing is with these guys, and I've been thinking about bringing these guys on for a while anyway, because Chuck has a company called Motorworks, and they had a Jeep there last year. It was a Jeepster Commando or something like that, little bikini top one. Nice vehicle. It's in Florida now. They actually did a couple magazine articles on it. But Chuck Motorworks does a lot of foreign stuff, a lot of high-end foreign stuff. So that'll expand my channel out a little bit as far as different types of vehicles. He's into the older car restoration. He's got a couple of Mustangs down there he's going. He's got an old Ferrari 308 sitting in there that he's doing. A couple of nice old Mercedes, like the little two-seat roadster convertible ones. A couple of them down there. Yep. He's done work with Crawford Auto Aviation Museum. When it comes to the Mercedes SL 500s, like the 55,
Yeah.
they'll pull him down to work on a couple of them because he knows what's going on with them. So he's actually a master tech for Mercedes. So
Hi, Bender. That was Ornery. She protects the shop. Nobody comes in here without her knowing. Are you guys going to the one where Weston does the burnout show? I don't know.
thanks, Rusty. I mean, Jamie. Oh, yeah. I see Rusty. I see Rusty. Thanks, Jamie.
Hey, Jamie. Thank you.
We were just talking about you. Daryl was gonna hide behind the comments. Well, like I said, that'll bring some more different kinds of content to my channel. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
I think it'll be kind of neat.
I personally, I'm looking forward to talking to some of these people. I've heard a lot of their names. I'm looking forward to talking to some of them and getting to know, them a little more. Since I don't watch cable TV or nothing, it's like I would rather be one-on-one anyways. See their thoughts on some things and where they came from, and
Yeah, what can you learn? What can you teach them?
nah, I'm not bringing the Blue Mule. Actually, I'm probably going to jump on an airplane and get over there.
That's 2 or 3 days to get out there.
Yeah, it is. It's a
We're
it's
gonna
a
be there a
long-
week to begin with.
Yeah.
A little over, well, at least I'm gonna be down there a little beforehand. 'Cause I got a lot
You
of
want to
things
hear
to do.
something really wild? Tanya's all game to go, right? She said, "How are we going?" I said, we're gonna fly. I'm gonna get plane tickets."
Jonathan, take it easy. Nice job on that paint job, by the way.
All right, see you, buddy. She's never been in a plane.
No.
She's scared to death. I told
Eat
her,
a
I said,
handful of Benadryl should be good.
I told her, I said, you're gonna love it. I said, you're gonna get in there. Once you get up in the air, it's beautiful. So yeah, she's kind of worried about that. She said, why can't we drive? I said, okay, we're gonna be there a week for the show.
Right.
We're gonna have to leave 3 days before that to get
You'll
there.
be gone 2 weeks.
Yeah, and 3 days back.
So I was thinking about,
Hey, Sweden.
hey, Sweden. Well, that's a little way away. So I was thinking about having Randy over at Never Done Projects do the transportation. And we were talking about it. And then we started to figure out that by the time he left there, came up here, picked the car up, got it loaded up, and he got down there, stayed down there, did his little thing while we were down there, and got back, he'd be gone 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I got that kind of vacation time. I got other plans I want to do this summer.
Plus
Yeah.
the fuel expense.
Right.
Oh man.
Oh.
Okay then.
Figure that one out.
I don't know how that ties into SEMA.
I don't know. Sounds like we got caught mid-conversation on something there.
Right. Right.
Straight interruption. Oh, man.
Well, personally, I'm working on a little bird. I've always wanted to do burnouts and stuff like that. Well,
Feel bad for the pregnant giraffe. That's just the more I think about it. What a poor giraffe.
right?
Poor Pedro.
I'm trying everything in my power to get it down to Cletus and Cars. And it's going. It's going to go. Somehow, some way, it's going to go. But I've got like 3, maybe 4 other events that people are wanting me to take it to this year. So, yeah.
Just trying to see how many people are on there.
Closed out.
That's gonna be a fun car. That burnout car is just gonna be a blast.
It's.
I crawled in it once. I bet we can crawl in it again. 18. We got 18 people on there. Okay.
There's yours.
Let me see my group. Yeah, nobody's commented a lot. Just you under there. What's that? My channel's doing great. Oh, well, and speaking of this, my channel goes. I promise, guys, it's been a while since I've had things posted. I really haven't been doing much on it, but there's a good reason for it. I've been waiting on parts. And now that I've ordered all these parts and everything's coming in, I thought it'd be kind of staggered. No, the truck just showed up in my driveway and cuked into my dad's garage. So.
Oh, I'll bet he's happy.
Oh, he's loving it. He likes the fact that he has a 30 by 40 workspace that he can't park in. No, he's really liking that. Speaking of garages, we will be starting construction on my shop here real soon. Hopefully within the next 2 months. I'd like to have it up.
And then Jessica will never see him again.
She can look out the back window and see if that light's on in the garage.
Yeah.
Yep. No more driving 20 minutes to go work on the car. If I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, I can crawl out there and do it again.
Well, you know why that is, don't you, Lotus?
I'm getting a new phone, guys. I'm getting a new phone. I'm buying an iPhone. I'm crossing over to the dark side.
Yeah, you gotta get an iPhone. And my screen's, that right there is the old iPhone 11 that I'm recording with, and that screen's all messed up.
Yeah, and it's still
This one
better.
here, this one is crystal clear.
Yesterday my wife bought a brand new iPhone 17. And I've been playing with it. I really like the camera on it. Still trying to learn how to navigate an iPhone. And here's my problem with the iPhone. This is why I can't navigate the iPhone. It's too simple.
Too simple.
It's too simple. I can't navigate it. Most people that have an iPhone can't figure out how to work an Android. There's too many things on it. My wife cannot work her Android. So I still got to teach her how to work her Android, but she picked up an iPhone. That means if she can't figure an Android out, it's got to be a pretty simple damn phone.
Well, I'll tell you what, I was always Android. I had Galaxies.
I've heard, Lotus, that they're just as good.
About 5-6 years ago, Eric was still working for me. Our daughter, our other daughter, my wife, me, both my in-laws, we got all one big plan, and it was all iPhone. Man, I hated it right off the bat. Hated it. The more I got to know the phone, there is so much more options with it.
Well, there's the political comment for the day. I like the Samsungs. I really do like the Samsung. I like the Android platform. I like the fact that I can go on an Android and I can download anything off the Play Store. I don't have to pay for crap.
Yeah.
Well, I do know one thing for sure, that when I do get an iPhone, if I don't keep that phone going, at least for watching my stuff, my subscriptions are going to cost me a lot more money.
Well, I'll tell you what, I have 3 phones. I have this 13 Pro Max, I have that 11 Pro, and I have a Galaxy, I don't know what it is, 13 or something like that. I use all 3 phones. The only one I keep service on is this one.
Yeah.
That one piggybacks off of this one. The 13 won't. The Galaxy.
Yeah.
It won't piggyback.
So, I don't know. So, yeah, I guess I'm going to move over to the iPhone.
Well, you know I'm not getting nothing done with Little Bird. Next week, guys, you're gonna see some big changes on Little Bird. I'm cutting her up. I'm redesigning. S21, maybe that's what it is. I don't know. It's a Galaxy. I don't know a whole lot
It's
about
probably
it.
the A13.
Mm-hmm.
I know, that's why I said I'm switching to the dark side, Vic. It's gonna cost me my soul.
Well, is there any questions?
Yeah, anybody have any questions? Let's ask that. I used to have a BlackBerry back in the day when I was like 20.
When I was 20, we didn't even have cell phones.
Ken and Olivia tag along. You're short enough, we might be able to fit you in our luggage.
Carry-on bag.
That's how I'm going to sneak my wife in. We're going to grab the backpack and say, here you go, hon, climb on in.
She says yes.
Yeah. You can put her in our carry-on. They do allow a couple of cubic feet.
She's just about the same size as
I think
Jessica.
she might be shorter, which I didn't think was possible.
Yeah.
So my wife's like 4'9", and I'm 6'3".
Well, I think Olivia's like 3'8".
I heard it's 2'3".
2'3".
I don't know, I couldn't tell you. They ain't got a channel that they post videos on. I wish they would.
No, they don't. 4'7".
4'7". We know it's not 4'7.5" or 4'7.25" because people.
Hey, Duke's got steaks.
On our way. What, Montana, he say?
I think
He
that's
said
what he
Montana.
said.
We're on our way. I love Montana.
Yeah, Montana.
Nelson, take it easy.
See you, buddy. Where are you headed this time?
I'd say I gotta run too, but I don't know. Hobble, hop.
Did you see that video of that guy dancing I sent you?
No.
One leg? Dude, he is hilarious. Billings, Montana.
I do got some family up in Montana. Never been out that way, but like, actually I've been to Montana.
Adam making a trip to Dayton.
On my way, Lotus, you said steaks. It's clear right there, you said steaks. You didn't say you didn't have them, you said, I'd say I have steaks. So I hear I have steaks. Everything else will be out of it. I'm on my way. I'm picking Vic up on the way, that boy can eat. Oh, I didn't say it. No, I heard you had the steaks. So we're on our way, man.
Unloading where
So
you at?
I know he hits Cincinnati a lot. Too bad he didn't have a little extra time to head up this way.
Yeah, the steaks are expensive, so is ground beef.
Ain't no worse than sausage or pork. Yes, you get a fat joke.
I don't eat much pork. I'll eat some sausage, some bacon if it's done right.
Oh, another thing, guys. Start paying attention to the shirts I'm wearing. Me and old Vic got a little project planned. I think you guys are gonna like it. They're gonna be twisted shirts. What's up,
Hey,
Twisted
Dennis.
So far?
Well, come on, Lotus. You're just trying to keep me away.
Yeah, no, we got a little plan going on the shirts. I've kind of started wearing them already.
Ugh.
I think the last one said
Yeah, wait a
some
minute.
assembly required. I like that one.
Wait a minute here. I thought I was getting 2 shirts, man.
I've seen your shirts.
Have you? I haven't.
I'm just gonna bring them up today. Probably should have said that, but yeah. Things were gonna work out the way I've seen them. They actually, I tell you what, they turned out real nice.
Oh, you want to say the announcement again? The blue is getting old on the car, so we're painting it pink.
And Vic's getting orange wheels. That's the announcement. Twisted, we are going.
Wow, that's awesome.
Twisted, since you're new in here and anybody else that has joined in, we are going to SEMA in 2026 with Pandora.
Yep. So when do we leave?
Now, let's go.
All right.
It's the first weekend. I think I have to be down there Halloween. Somewhere right around Halloween.
I know.
I think so it's, what I hear, the show starts Tuesday and it runs till Friday.
And Friday is the only public day.
Friday's the only day the public can get in. And I don't even know how much those tickets are. I know everything has to be set up by Monday evening. when I hear the place is a cluster Monday, and you walk in, you can't even believe the amount of work that gets done in a night. I have to be there Saturday, I believe, because we got set up Sunday and Monday. And I have times that I have to be, so if they say you have to be here at 12 o'clock, and I'm there at 12:15, I probably lose my spot in line. Then I have to reschedule and everything else. If I mess up the second one, I'm out. Sometimes if you mess up the first one, you're out. You're done.
Well, Jimmy told me, he said, the door we're gonna be at, he said, you're gonna go in there and you're gonna be overwhelmed on the first 5 foot. He said, that building, I forget how many acres he said it was, but when you go in, he said they got one whole building with nothing but wheels and tires. He said he spent 2 full days in there and didn't see it all.
Alright, so Chuck and Keith told me that they were there last year. They were there for the entire show. They never even made it over to the Apex building.
Well, there's you.
Yeah, that's what I hear, Chris. If we miss it at SEMA, it's done. And another thing I'm told, everything there is union. If you bring a box, don't unload it. Don't walk over and don't grab it. Go find one of the workers and they'll grab it and bring it to you, and then you can unload it.
Really?
Yes.
Hmm.
If you walk over and grab, let's say we had a crate sitting there with stuff we wanted to put out for the car, and we're waiting and waiting and waiting. You just, well, sit right there, we'll just go get it. They're probably gonna make you wait till last.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to watch.
So, I'm just saying, you gotta, it's very, like, so, when I used to work with Tartagna's, we go up to Atlantic City to do the boat show in Atlantic City, and I learned that there. I got in a lot of trouble one time by a couple of union guys. It's Teamsters that run a lot of it. I got in a lot of trouble by them when I went over there and tried to unload some stuff. They're like, nope.
Oh yeah, we're going to SEMA with Adam's car this year.
Yeah.
Be prepared to argue.
Yes, it's a very territorial argument. Yes, that is what I'm hearing. And like I said, I like the fact that we're going down with a couple of guys that have already been there.
Yeah.
It's gonna make things a lot easier because I've heard the stories. And you know what? I think I'm gonna sit down with old Chuck and I think we're gonna do a video on the stories that I've heard. Because I tell you what, some of the stuff he tells me is just absolutely wild.
I won't watch. You want me there, right?
Yeah. I hear it's, and I tell you what. I'll tell you what. The car. The first thing everybody sees, man, I gotta get you this brain. And another picture. Let me tell you, this picture right here was done by a guy named Bruce Kaiser. And if you have never seen, well, you guys have seen his work, I guarantee you have seen his work. I was very honored to have this done. That is when things became very real about what was going on with this car.
Yeah.
When that guy said, hey, let me do a picture for you.
When we was discussing how to lay the paint out, Adam drove all the way down here so we could lay tape on the car to get a visual. And then what? 2 weeks later, he come back down with this picture, and it's like, yep, that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
I told the guy, basically, it's, yeah. So Bruce used to do stuff for like, Posey's Hot Rods. He used to do all their work and stuff like that. Big names from the past. I didn't think Posey's does anything anymore. Like George Potey,
I don't know.
He used to do stuff for him. Poti did, he had that, I think he had Studebaker that ran Bonneville. It was either a Studebaker or a Barracuda that was real wicked that ran Bonneville. Poti was a big car collector that paid the right people to do a lot of nice stuff. More East Coast guy. Yeah, I drove. So, yeah, I love to drive. Anyway, I forget where I lost track. Okay, so I was getting, okay, now I remember seeing the picture. So, one thing I had mentioned to someone, I'm like, well, they just see body work. And they're like, no, it's not just a body work. They've been paying attention to the mechanical, and I feel honored for that. But, big reason that this car is going where it's going is the body work and the paint work, because that's what everybody sees. That's what everyone sees.
Well, I'll have to find out for sure what's allowed and what ain't over there, but if at all possible, I would love to go live.
Oh, no, so we're allowed to do that.
Awesome.
Yes. We do not have to have, now, a lot of channels do get in there, because if you have a channel that is, what's up, Valiant? So
Hey, Steve.
at SEMA, if you want to get in there and video and everything else, if you have an established channel, you can ask for a media permit. Media is not allowed in though. So Tuesday, from what I hear, is strictly, there is no media, no nothing or anything like it. It's strictly business. Then Wednesday and stuff like that, media's allowed in. So I don't know much about what we can film on Tuesday, but I know Wednesday it's pre-game. They do have, let's say you land an interview with somebody, they do have a media center down there where you can go in and sit into a room and do an interview, a proper interview and stuff like that, where they have all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
If you know how to work boards, I guess you can use them. I'd walk in, see all these switches and be like, Gertie, I see them on rap videos. You know?
You have to be careful filming without media
Yes.
passes, filming certain booths.
Yes, definitely ask. Definitely ask. And that kind of goes with everything.
Yeah.
You know, talk to them and ask, hey guys, you mind if we do something real quick? You know. So I think, that being said, Chris, I think what we're going to do is I think we're just going to get a media pass. I think
That would be good. 'Cause
I don't think it's going to hurt to get a media pass.
I definitely want to get video at the minimum. 'Cause I think, you know, this
I think it would
once
be
in a
very-
lifetime thing, you know.
Yeah. I think it would be very, very beneficial just to have. Hopefully this is not a once in a lifetime thing.
Now, Jim was telling me the other night that they actually have burnout contests out there.
Yes.
He
Yes.
said,
This is another issue with some of the outside cars. I hear a lot of people complaining that with the burnout competitions, you get a lot of the stuff that floats over and
Yeah.
everything else. We're not on that side.
good. Yeah,
We're not on
he
that
said
side.
from the door that we're supposed to be at, he said it's around the building over a
Chris
big
said
parking lot.
passes are free at the media room. Okay, good to know.
Awesome.
Chris, we're gonna be talking to you.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Boy knows what's going on. And I want to go to Pride. I want to go to Pride. Performance Racing Industry Show. I would love to do the Pride show.
I've never
I
heard
think
of
Chris
that.
is gonna. I think Chris was supposed to be at the prize show this year.
Huh. Hey, Chris, how's the engines coming along? I seen you got one of them in.
Graham got his engine back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got what? 7 days left? 8 days? Something like that?
That means he still hasn't slept.
Right? Buddy, if I didn't have so much going on, you know I'd be down there.
That's what I thought. You go every year to Pride. And that's a close show. That's supposed to be in Indianapolis.
Really?
It's not that far.
Hmm.
Well, for you, it's not that far. It's an extra 3 hours for me.
Yeah. Well, Indianapolis, I think's what, 3.5, 4 hours from here?
I don't know. One thing I will say, speaking of that 3-hour drive, man, Daryl, I love you, but I do not miss that drive every other weekend. Because I tell you what, when we got to the end, it was sometimes twice a week I was down here.
Yeah, 7 days and installing Grimm's engine while we're watching. That's awesome, man. I
Yeah,
know.
about 2 hours then, yeah. Yeah, Chris, I don't know how you do it, man. How hard, I tell you what, yes, I'm gonna talk about this. I talked to him a couple of months ago and I said, Daryl, I think this is really gonna happen.
Uh-oh.
I thought you talked about it. Empty. Twitter. Anyway, so I called Daryl a couple months ago and I said, hey bud, I really think this is gonna happen. And he says, okay. I said, you gotta go. And he said, I'm closing down. I said, Daryl, I don't think you understand. You gotta go. He said, I'm closing down. I said, Daryl, I'm gonna drag you out of there. You have to go. Your presence is requested. It is not requested, it is demanded. I said, this does not happen without you there. You were going.
Yeah, it's like, he told me that, and I'm like, why? You know?
This guy really had no idea what I was. He's heard the name. He had no idea of what level this is. I've been up a little over 30 hours right now. Really? Man, Chris, you're an animal. There's where your coffee went. He got out alive and your coffee came on right to him. Osmosis and went through.
When did we get teleport cameras?
That's what I told him, Chris. You do not turn it down. I said, no, you don't. No, you're going. I said, if I gotta handcuff you and drag you there on the bumper of my truck, you are going.
Yeah, it's just, it's
humbling.
a lot for me to comprehend because I've never been in that clique. I've never been around that
This guy
publicity.
This guy, I will tell you guys right now, Daryl, you sell yourself short.
You know, I've heard that a couple times this week.
You sell yourself short. But on the other hand, it just shows how real you really are. You don't have that big head. You don't have that. And I don't think somebody could ever do that. I don't think you would ever get to that point.
About 10 years ago, well, about the same time that Bad Chad got his show, I was confronted from Discovery wanting me to have a show, and I told them no. They said, why? I said, because I don't do drama. If there's going to be drama, I'm going to turn my head.
I don't want the big stuff. I don't want the big stuff.
That's exactly right. I'm not going to say, hey, this turned out perfect.
Lotus,
On first spray, it turned out perfect. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to show you, hey, I got to run. Hey, I got a bug drop.
see that flow indicator?
Or if I remember right, a 69 Chevelle where a spider thought the paint was the playground.
Lotus, you were correct. Lives can change around this show. Thing is, if your life does change around this show, it is up to you on how you change it.
Yep. I'm gonna stay me no matter what. I don't want to be the clique.
No.
I want to be me. I want to still provide for my family, and that's all I care for. Everything else is cool and gonna. I know I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna be nervous, but
If it brings in, I will tell you this too. Let's say this brings in a whole new level of customers for you. When I say a whole new level of customers, I'm talking about money-wise. This brings in the guys that are spending $100,000 on a building. I will tell you one thing, you will always see here what you see here now. You will always see Daryl working on the local guy's car, trying to get him back on the road. Because getting that car back on the road is more important to you than anybody else that is going to build it.
is it going now, Rusty?
What?
He said the channel stopped. Your channel, I guess. Well, I'll tell you guys.
My channel stopped?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay, awesome. When I started my company, I was working 60, 70 hours a week for a fab shop. I was a fab manager, supervisor, whatever you want to call it, and I was not happy. I don't like having this
sounds
going
working
on
now.
me. Well, I was working on my own truck in my garage, and I threw pictures up on Facebook of what I was doing to my truck. The blue mule. A guy from one of the Facebook pages sent me an email and asked me if I'd do his dad's truck. His dad passed away many years ago. I said, yes, bring it up. Within a month, I quit my job. I knew this is what I was supposed to do.
Jamie, take it easy. Thanks for stopping by, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I still, today, if somebody comes in here and says, hey, I'm doing this car, I want to take it to a big show, and then I'm going to sell the car, and then in the same day, another guy comes in and says, hey, this was my grandpa's car, I want to bring it back to its glory. Which one do you think I'm going to jump on? I'm going to jump on the sentimental vehicle. That's what I like doing.
I'm just sitting here thinking.
Even guys, he told me the story of this car, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta do this. This is a sentimental car. I knew he wasn't going to get it done and say, give me 100,000, it's yours. You know. He told me he's been chasing this car since he was a kid, and I jumped on it.
15 years old. You know, that's a long time. You know, I sit here talking about people wanting to go to shows. It's always a thing. Everybody wants, people come in, what kind of paint job you want? Oh, I want a show car paint job. A lot of people don't realize what it takes to do a show car paint job. Now, you walk in here and you say, I want a driver. Have you guys seen what his driver paint jobs look like? That's half the people's show car paint jobs. But how many times has somebody said, I got a budget of X amount of dollars? And I don't know how many times I've talked to you, and I said, man, how's it going? And we'll be talking about a project we're working on, or one of the cars you're painting or working on. You're like, man, we're over budget on it. And I says, well, you know, that kind of sucks, but it happens.
Yeah.
And I just say, what's the guy say about it? And you're like, well, I don't know. I haven't been writing my hours down. I'm just trying to get it done. I'm trying to keep it on budget. I mean, this guy will work that hard to keep you on your budget. But if he calls you and says, hey, we gotta have more money, gotta have more money. It's just, it is what it is.
I am the type of person that I'll work an extra week without pay because I cannot let certain things go. It's not in me to let things go like that. Well, hi, Justine.
Which one is she?
The Dustin Duster.
The green Duster?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a beautiful car. Yeah. Yeah, but so, and so you guys need to realize that when you go to a shop and you ask for a show quality paint job, you better realize what you get into.
And the biggest thing that people don't understand is, I don't care, okay, when I first started my company, it was all 64 to 66 Chevy trucks. I know them trucks inside and
That's
out.
your specialty.
I haven't done very many of them the past few years, but when I first started, that's all I was doing. I was doing 3 to 4 a year. And every one of them is different. You cannot say, well, they always rust here. You should know what it's going to take to do that. You can't do that because they rust. I mean, yeah, most of the rust is common, but I've had some that's rusted where they should have never rusted. Yeah, and can you have this done by tomorrow?
Yes, we can. We just didn't say tomorrow next year.
Right, right.
Which is funny because if you think you specialize in those trucks, what did this car start out with?
This one?
Why did I show up?
Because of the roof. It rusted where it should have
Right.
never
Well,
rusted.
what was our deal?
Do the roof and
What was our payment deal?
shoot, I don't remember. That was 2 years
You
ago.
don't remember a red '65 Chevy pickup truck?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I
It
forgot about
started
that.
out on a C10.
That thing's down to bare frame now.
Is it?
Yep.
They were really restoring that truck?
They were. The heck is that noise? It's warming up out there.
Oh,
It's running down onto the roof. Yeah, he was full bore on it, had the cab off of it, ready to go with it, and then bought a house and it's set since.
But they have been working on it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I had a 65. So the financing for this car started off with a 65 Chevy pickup truck. Short bed, big back window truck too.
Yep.
Kind of hard truck to find.
Yeah, big back window
big
with the
back-
step side, it's hard to get.
Big
hard
back window on a step side on a custom body was a hard option.
Yep.
So, yeah, it started out, I had that truck sitting there and I said, hey, you know, do you think we can do this with this? And he says, yeah, we can get close. And we initially started off as a complete roof replacement.
Yeah.
That was the initial plan.
Yeah, I was gonna.
And I
pop
think
the
we would have
whole-
had a lot more time in that
I did
repair
Yep.
if we'd have done the whole roof.
Yep.
Which actually turned out good because when you sold that truck, you actually profited on that job.
Yeah, yeah, I did.
No.
And I didn't even list it. The truck, he unloaded it out here. It sat right in front of this window right here. And
Oh, it was rough.
it was bad. I went out there after what, 2-3 days, and I hooked to it, and I pulled it over to the side over there. And I no more than got home, and I got a phone call from a buddy of mine that said, "Hey, what's that truck out there?" And I told him, and he said, "You want to sell it?" I said, "Yep." He goes, "How much?" And I told him. He said, "I'll be there in 2 minutes. I'm at Lee's, right across the street." So I come back over here and sold it. I didn't even list it.
I had a 73 Cutlass. GB, I had a 73 Cutlass that if we hit 70 mile an hour, the back quarters would start to flare out and the back end of that car got all squirrely. That car wanted to fly.
So who was that car rode hard and put away wet?
I've had some pretty bad cars in the past.
Hey, I'll tell you what, the Blue Mule, that truck's been all over the United States. Pulling a John boat with the camper shell on the back of it. And we'd be driving down the road, lift the floor mat up, throw our pop cans through the floor. That's how bad that truck was. When that lady pulled out in front of me and I T-boned her,
That's why the cab pulled it up so bad it had no structure.
Yeah. It flattened that whole front clip. That truck's been through it. It's had a
That truck shouldn't even be around.
1978, 79-ish. It had a Jeep drive head on over the front of it. Went right up over the truck. Let's see.
I'd be afraid to ride that truck.
Early 80s. We was driving.
You say my car's cursed? Keep going with your stories.
We lived in Kentucky, driving up the driveway, which was almost vertical. One wheel would come off in the front, right over the bank.
I can open the doors and red Cheryl. That's all it was keeping.
Hey, I had what was it, early 80s Olds Omega like that. Couldn't open the door. I got pulled over one time. Had to go back to the cruiser and I had to climb out the driver's window and that highway patrolman looked at me like, "What are you doing?"
Just waiting for Daisy to come. Oh, I had a 74 Omega one time.
Yeah.
Last year the Nova looked good one.
Yeah.
I've had all those X-body ones. I had the Nova, the Pontiac, the Buick Apollo, and the Omega. I had every single one.
I had a 72 Nova Super Sport. I bought it, it smoked like a freight train. And that was the first engine I ever rebuilt. Foster Racing. Scott was working with us at the time. He said, "Well, let's rebuild it." I didn't know anything about that. So he showed me how to do it, and that car was bad. I mean, this road over here, Maine, come across, there's a dip in the road, and I hit that about 2 foot in the air.
The El Caminos were real bad for the window seals rusting and brought the backs of them out. So, first car. So your first car was your truck, right?
My first car, 55 Chevy, 2-door hardtop, 283 3 tree. 1970.
Surprised you're not telling me the gear ratio and the tire pressure. Boy, you spit that out.
That one got sold for groceries.
Hey, gotta do what you gotta do.
Yep. When that one got sold, my stepdad said, "Now the truck's yours." And that was in 1977.
My first car was a 75 Dodge Dart. Swinger dark body style, special edition. That's it. That car had a 225 slant 6. Now,
That's Justine's. Hey, Jay.
I say that. What's up, Jay? Hey, Jeremy, we are going to SEMA. Pandora is going to SEMA. Daryl is going to SEMA. And I'm going to SEMA.
Yeah.
That's what this live is about. So we got that car. It's about time, and he deserves to go too.
So they say.
So anyway, we got that car, and I remember shortly after that, I bought a police package Diplomat, and
318.
no, it was I think it was a 400 car.
Really?
It was a 400 car.
Because all the diplomats that was here in town all had 318s
Yeah,
in it.
this was a 400 car, and I bought that, and I bought because the car was bad. I mean, I could check my tires by sticking my head through the door cab. It was that bad. I bought that car for the engine because it run like a
Thank
champ,
you.
man. And yeah, it's official. So I told my dad I bought that. He brought it home. He says, "What are you doing with that car?" I said, "Well, I'm going to take the motor out of that and put it to Dodge." I didn't really know much about cars back then. I didn't know that changing the motor on a Chrysler required cake frame, everything. It was a big job.
Yeah.
Like I had to specifically, I had to have a Dodge start. You know, I had to have that chassis style. I didn't know that. So to
Keep going.
to stop me from doing that, Dad told me, he says, "Well, we don't do unnecessary motor changes." He said, "If that 225 blows up, go ahead, you can change that engine." Boy, little did I know you could not kill a 225 slant 6. I tried and tried and tried to run that thing into the ground, and it would not. Dude, I sold that car, and it's probably still driving around to this day. I couldn't kill it. I tried. I ran it without oil. I ran it without water. I did everything to it.
I hope so. I'm pretty nervous about that, Jeremy. They just, it's not something that I'm ever been around, so.
Right?
Well, I've got, I think it's 2 terabyte in this one, so I got plenty of phone memory.
Exactly. So, Jeremy, I sent my camera down to last year's.
Sorry about that.
So, I sent a camera down to last year's SEMA with my buddies that had their Jeep in it. And they're going with us this year too. They're actually going to be coming onto the channel to help kind of bring the car over the finish line here a little bit. Because it's getting hard to work on it on my own. There's some things I just need help with. So I sent my camera down, and he got no video. And I was kind of upset about it. And he told me, he said, "No," he said, "I just didn't have time, man." Well, he had time. He should have. He kind of wishes now that he would have took a lot of pictures, video, and everything else, and just instead of doing whatever he was doing. But yes, take pictures, talk to. And I asked him, "Did you talk to this person? Did you talk to that person?" He said, "No, I was afraid to approach or whatever else." I'm like, man, those guys are all there to talk to. I mean, it's not like you're out in public. You're at a trade show. It's just approach them and ask them. If they don't have time to talk to you, they got something going, they're going to tell you, "Hey, I can't do it right now. Glad to meet you," whatever else.
Well, like I said, I'm looking forward to hearing their stories, how they got where they're at, and with me not really knowing them, it's going to be
It's
cool.
private, not open to the public.
Right.
It's a little bit different when you approach somebody in a professional setting.
Yeah. It's going to be neat to get to know these people because, I don't know.
No.
It's going to be a little different because I'm not going to be able to come out and say, "Oh, hey, I know your car or your truck or whatever." I'm going to be learning. I'm going to be getting to know them right then.
Alright, so JG, and that was something I brought up earlier
Cool.
was somebody had mentioned, well, you know, anybody can build a car and pay the fee to get in. No, you can't. You can't just build a car and pay the fee to get in. It takes a lot more than that. There's approval processes and everything else. I mean, anybody can build a car, anybody can put the money up. It's the approval.
And I'm not
Yeah.
smart enough to even begin to try.
That's the way I understand it. Now, JG's been there, and he's been there multiple times, so he knows what it actually takes to get into these places. So it's not, oh, well, I'm going here, it's a small fee. No, this is a monumental test. This is a real honor.
From what I'm understanding, even the public isn't cheap to get in on the public day.
On Friday, I don't know. It's always been a dream. It's a bucket list. Ever since I was just getting out of high school and really getting into the car scene, I was like, man, I would love to go. Every time the show came up, I watched anything and everything I could watch on this stuff because it was always a dream to, man, I want to go. I want to be there. I want to walk around. I want to see these stuff. I would just like to talk to the people.
Now, see, I'm
But it was like an unobtainable dream.
Yeah.
You know, and being you and working with you and the work that I've done on the outside, he's made that dream happen.
See, I'm the opposite. I've heard of SEMA and I've seen clips here and there of it, but I didn't really follow it. I didn't really know everything about it. And I always thought, yeah, it'd be cool to go see it. You know, back when I did have cable and I watched Chip do those builds in there, I thought, man, that'd be pretty cool to go watch. I never, ever thought I'd be on this side of the red tape.
Right.
Never thought of it. Hey, SS.
I don't know what's going on with yours. Oh, this is on mine. That's why.
Yeah, that's on yours.
I'm trying to figure out why is someone talking? This is my channel. Oh, what's up, SS?
Well, now the cat's out of the bag.
Cat's out of the bag. We can talk about it. I can't be so hush hush about things.
It was pretty hard to keep quiet on some of it.
It was. There's some people there's a couple of people that I've told, some people I'm very close to that I can trust not to say anything.
Yeah.
I remember when I built this, I said, when I started this car, my dream was to have it done. I always wanted to go to Detroit.
The booth is on the inside. The car is going to be right at the door.
Right, so, like I said, things are political. So,
See you,
I will
Meg.
say this, and I completely understand where Intellitronics is coming from. Intellitronics is the company that's bringing us in. So, they also have another company out of Sacramento, I believe it's C10 Customs or something like that. They do a lot
I
of.
think that's what you said. C10.
I think it's called C10 Customs. I would have to be, so don't take me for my word on that. So, this company paid for all of Intellitronics spaces on the inside. So yes, they got 4 vehicles going in,
And this is the 5th, right?
this is going to be vehicle number 5. So they got 4 vehicles going in. They paid for the entire spot
Hey, go
that Intellitronics has. So that means that
on the
company.
main floor.
Yeah, they're going to be Hot Rod. Was it Hot Rod Alley? I think they call it on the west building. They're gonna be right by they're right by the McGuire's booth.
that'd
where
be
they're at.
cool.
Yeah, they're right there by McGuire's, that, from what I understand.
They do a lot of demonstrations.
Yes. So, from what I'm told, the vehicle's gonna be in the featured area on the outside, just as you come into the building, as far as I know. West building, from what I understand. I'm trying to go by some memory here, from what I was told. But I wanna say I remember Hot Rod Alley or something, it's one of the main thoroughways going down through. So, as
You
of
guys are
right,
speaking foreign. I don't know these.
right, so, as of right now, we are going to be on the outside of the building, just as you come in. Now, if one of C10's vehicles does not show up, and it happened last year, there was a couple of guys that should have been there, they didn't show up because they didn't get done.
Yeah,
We will be moved in.
that'll be cool too. Either way.
Right, you know what, he told me, Mel told me, he says, this is what's going on. This company did this for us, so we're going to bring them in and put them in. We still want you to come, but we're gonna have you do this. I said, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm cool. We're good.
It's the door.
It's the door.
When the door's open, you go through it.
Right.
So
Somebody puts, I don't, if somebody says, if you're sitting somewhere and somebody said, you know, and it's an exclusive club to get in and everything else, and they said, hey, you can come in, but you gotta sit on the doorstep for a little bit before you allow in, that's fine. I don't care. This way I see it.
so
This is, you are there, you were brought in, you're on the property. It doesn't matter where you're at as far as I'm concerned. This company brought you there, they see the value in your work, and they want to showcase you, and they want to use you to showcase their products. So I don't care where we're at.
So let me ask you this. What kind of banners are they putting up, or we putting up, or what? I mean,
So
how do we
how
get
do we
recognition?
advertise? It's going to be on the place card. They're going to put a reader board out with the car.
Okay. See, I'll go to shows.
I'm gonna get a little bit more on that. I'm sure JG can really. Yeah, I hear the breakfast, and there's a bunch of stuff they do. They do like a breakfast in the morning, just the day before, the day of the show, or. So yeah, I'm sure JG knows a lot about.
I've gone to many huge shows. Street Rod Nationals, we used to travel
Bingo.
that everywhere.
Chris, you're right. There is no bad spot at SEMA.
We used to follow the Street Rod Nationals everywhere in the United States.
That's what. Yeah,
And-
there's it right there. The reader board in front of the poster board.
Yeah. I have never entered a car. I go for the fellowship. I go to hear people's stories. I go to see the cars and trucks. The Blue Mule, after I got it done, I thought there was just an entry fee to the show. I didn't know it was entering into the show. And I paid the $15 to get in there, and I got third place, and I'm like, what? I've never entered to get anything before. That trophy's sitting on my desk in there.
Yeah.
The one and only time. The next 3 years that I went, I didn't pay that entry fee. I'm not there to have trophies, you know?
Yeah, I'm still a little shaky.
You,
But yeah, it's so. And I will say, you know, the guys that I know that have been there, I'm gonna lean on you.
definitely.
They're gonna be leaning on you, and I'm gonna say right from the beginning, any help you provide is greatly appreciated. Um, I just,
I'm
I don't
still,
wanna go in as blind as my buddies went in.
I'm still just dumbfounded that, you know, it don't feel real.
No.
It don't feel that, yeah, okay, well, I guess I'm doing this.
Like I said, and so, as far as, well, kind of go over what's going on now, like I said, at the end of March, Pandora is gonna be at the Cleveland Piston Power Show, the last one ever. It'll be with Intellitronics there. Now, they do know the
I
car
won't be
is,
at that one.
yeah, he will not be at that one, I'll be there. They do know that the car is not gonna be 100% complete. It's going to be as complete as I can get it. Hopefully, it'll be so complete that I'll just be missing door panels. I got 4 weeks. That's a ton of work to get done in 4 weeks. I guarantee you it won't be running, and I guarantee you it's not going to have an exhaust system on it.
Hey, I know exactly what you're saying, because I've got 45 days to have that burnout car in Florida.
Right, you got to leave a couple days beforehand, or a day
Yeah.
beforehand. So we're gonna have a little test run there. So yeah, so you guys are gonna see a lot with the car being really starting to wrap together real quick. Interior, wait till you guys see the interior. Right now, there's 2 companies that I'm working with to get the interior done in time.
Thank you, Gary. I'm trying.
Ciadella's out of Phoenix. They're doing the door panels, the carpet, and the package tray. But they're waiting on material from my interior guy, so my dye lots match with material.
Right.
I ain't got certain colors that are,
Yeah.
you know.
Different shade, different.
Right, because just because everything comes from the same company doesn't mean it was made at the same time.
Right.
So Ciadella's is, they're kind of stepping away from the way they normally do business to accommodate me on this, which I really, really appreciate. And just for stock interior replacements and even their full custom stuff they do, these guys do beautiful work. I'm excited to work with them. And then the guy that's doing the seats and everything, he's up in Vermillion, Ohio. I will share his information as soon as he gets it to me on stuff that he wants to put out. Got his beautiful work. I will say, I'm not really going to say what we're doing interior wise, but I will say I am not going bucket seats. I'm keeping the bench seat. I
Really?
decided that I'm gonna keep it a bench seat car. 1, it's different. 2, you can't have a hot rod without your girl slid up next to you. You know? Granted, my wife's tall enough, she might need a booster seat. But, you know, you gotta have them sitting right next to you on the seat. Can't do that with a console dividing it. Gotta keep it a bench seat car. I think it's gonna be cool. The design we have for the bench seat is gonna blow people away. The whole color combination for the interior is really gonna knock people for a loop. It's gonna be cool. Like I said, we got power windows coming in from New Relics. CBF Racing, we got a whole new accessory drive kit. Everything on the front of that engine's coming on. Everything going on is polished and just looks like $1 million.
Hey, Chris, he's not on the same boat, but he's about to be.
Hey Chris, the intake's coming back off. I gotta take the intake off because I found an intake, a manifold air temperature sensor that I can get a really good reading on, but I have to drill it and tap it. And I'm not gonna drill it and tap it with it on the car. So something about sending metal shavings down to the engine, as I just
Now
don't
you
like.
gotta pull both sides off?
Yes. Because the way that intake's designed, you can't just separate it. The way it goes together, you gotta pull it off, and then it's gotta fold in on, you gotta pull the sides out and almost turn it inside out
Yeah.
to get it to slip past
Unlock.
each other. So the whole thing's gotta come off. But the way I did it the last time with the gaskets I used and the glue I used, everything stays together now. So alls I have to do is, because in one, it hasn't been heated up, so I'm good.
Right.
That lower intake gasket was never glued to the head, it was just glued to the intake
Intake.
itself. So all the gaskets will stay in place. It's not gonna fight me like it's always fought.
Right.
The velocity stacks, I'm sending them out. Those are getting, those are gonna get polished to a mirror gleam. Yeah. I'm working on the trim. I got some really cool ideas with the trim. We're gonna see if we can teach an old dog new tricks. So keep an eye out for a video coming out soon. I'm gonna learn how to do some really custom cool stuff. JG, if you're still out here, I'm maybe hitting you up to see what you think about this. Well, not what you think about this. I'm probably gonna hit you up for information on how to do it. Because I'm almost guaranteed you've done this. So it's gonna make the trim really kind of stand out and pop. I'm actually gonna be playing around here in a little bit.
Yeah.
See if I can figure out my paint mixture, so to say. So, other than that, that's about it.
Yeah.
You got a burnout car that's gotta get done in 43.5 days.
Yeah. I got, spoiler alert, the rear end's coming back out.
And you get on me about an intake that's been off 52 times.
Hey, I just threw that up there though. I didn't even center it. I threw it up there and stuck a tape. Yeah, close enough.
At least I'm not pulling the heads back off.
Right?
To fish out a spacer that I dropped inside the engine.
I don't know anything about that.
Never done that before. I got a whole list of things I gotta put together.
Yeah, he was looking excited when you said he had to cut a hole in his fender.
Put it on, except for that hood. I don't know who'd have been more upset about a hole getting cut in that hood, me or you.
Oh man.
You got what, 30 hours easy in that hood?
Oh, at least. I think that was just the fat.
When most people, okay, when you talk to a body, so I got a lot of body guys in my family, a lot of hot rodders in my family. When the guys that come over, they're into the body side, and they've been looking at the car, a lot of them look at the hood and comment on the hood. Then when I actually show them what we did, and then they find out that the hood was never TIG welded together, but it was MIG welded together. And then they find out that the only filler in that hood was a little bit of Duraglass to help seal the seams. Blows them away that it is that flat.
Yeah.
Because that is a flat hood to begin with.
That's a lot of square footage.
Yeah.
That hood is huge.
And then to put a whole body line in. A lot of people, I get a lot of comments on that center line from out there. And a lot of people don't realize that it's there because it looks so correct.
Yeah.
That it takes somebody that knows that car to go, oh, hold on, there's 3 body lines on that.
And when you dropped that hood that day, I said that center line's got to go on there.
Yeah.
Because the Biscayne hood is just flat. It's like smooth. And
Corner.
yeah, And when I seen that other hood he brought in with that center line, man, that just added to putting the scoops in.
Right, but the thing is the peak, the radius on the peak was the same,
Yeah.
but the height was a little bit different. But that little bit of different height was just enough to make it look proportional.
Yeah. The difference in that center rib, the original just looked like somebody bead rolled right down the middle. Just
Yeah.
put
Just a little crown.
a crown. With this raised up like that, it changed the whole look of that hood. And then you follow that back to the scoops.
And then I still got those panels from JG that I gotta put together.
Yeah.
I still gotta finish them off.
You got a lot to do.
I still gotta get bead roller going on them. Then I got, oh, you know, we're gonna make I'm gonna make pillar panels for the radiator. That big
Yeah.
opening.
Yeah.
We're gonna make pillar, maybe they're gonna make them, or I might end up buying them, because I think I found a set for like $120.
That's cheap enough.
I think I might have more than $120 worth of time in it.
All right, see you, Rusty. Yeah,
Rusty,
we're about
take it
to
easy.
close
We're
out.
getting ready to wrap it. I didn't say it was December, Chris.
Well, wait a minute. Now it's got to be before December because same as in November.
Oh, we'll be running before December. You didn't ever hear me state it here, did you? I just said December 1st. Never said what December.
Yeah. Next year he's taking it to Cletus and Cars for the burnout contest. Well, you about ready to close her out?
Yeah, guys, listen, we're gonna get going. I appreciate everybody stopping by. The 3 or 4 people that stopped by on my channel, awesome. Everyone that stopped by here, thank you. Really
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Truly appreciate it, and thank you all for the support that you've shown both of us.
Right. I've met some great people on here. Glad you talked me into doing a channel.
Yeah. Me too, because
It's been fun, and
I'll tell you, a lot of the vehicles that I do, people want to see them the rest of the way through, but they don't have channels.
right.
I kept telling Adam, you need to do a channel on this car, and I'm glad he did.
And not only that, I mean, when I talk about the people that are on the thing, it's, you know, you got people like Chris that just pick on you, but it drives you. You know, Rusty, I want you guys to get on here and comment. And yeah, it might be on Daryl's premieres and everything else. Those comments drive me. When the car was being built, they kept me on it, they kept me driven. And now that the car has left his channel and is back onto my channel, even when I'm on your channel, I still get asked, how's the car coming?
Yep.
How's it going? How's it doing? You guys still push me. And I appreciate that.
The razzing that we do between all of us,
Love
you
it.
know, it's awesome because we know that we can pick on each other and know, hey, it's all in games, and I enjoy it. I do.
I think Nathan said we've been on here long enough. What's up, Elko? He said, man, I'm on home, had dinner and breakfast. You got it still on?
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate everybody coming in. Those of you that haven't hit subscribe, you know, make sure that bell's clicked too.
Check me out on Grease Spot
Yeah.
Garage TV.
Yeah.
Give me a little search. That should be down in his little video description or whatever.
When this all goes down, we'll definitely be bringing you along on both channels.
Yep. Any updates, you guys will hear from both sides. I'll keep Daryl updated on what's going on, and we'll keep you guys on this side, and I'll keep you on my side.
Yeah.
So,
Well, guys,
all right.
we appreciate you coming in and enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
I don't fall over.
Alright. Have a blessed day, guys.
Nah, whatever. Hey, I was getting back at the content.
I'm gonna sneak in.